Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be visiting with, in the kitchen with Karen, out on the West Coast. Well, not physically. We're just going to be cruising into San Francisco to get a little bit of the San Francisco treat. No, not rice-a-roni. No, not Napa. We're not doing wine. I will tell you, outside of SFO, the airport in San Francisco, a few miles away, there's a great Neapolitan pizza place called Centro. Hopefully it's still open. If you're in the neighborhood, check them out. Outstanding, super authentic. And because of that, I started thinking about craft beer. Maybe one of the first craft breweries in America that makes Anchor Steam beer. Here we are, look at that. Anchor Steam beer, San Francisco. Check out the cap there. Really, yeah, really well done there. So it's kind of an unusual name, right? Steam beer. What are we talking about here? So nickname was around the 19th century. So this brewery still very small today, but it started in 1896. So think gold rush time, like all that. Let's everybody head to the West Coast. Now everybody's coming back, you know. But back then, there was a little bit more primitive brewing available in California, or on the West Coast, period. So that's where that steam reference came to. It could have been the pressure of the natural carbonation developed in the beer. Others think that it was potentially because of the fog that rolled off of the bay, you know, and they leave their brew outside, like on the rooftops and stuff. So there's some, you know, debate historically on why we have, you know, steam beer, but Anchor Steam beer is the only one that really kept that name as part of their branding. So they had their first, you know, modern bottling of this stuff in like 1971, but they've been around doing this since 1896. So I think that makes them one of the oldest, if not the oldest, craft breweries. It's all virtually handmade. They pay a lot of respect to the ancient brewing techniques. Just get this thing open, right? Enough talking. You know, in the kitchen with Karen, check out her channel. She would take you to a winery or maybe one of the distilleries. But we're going to go here today, right now. I have my mandatory Buzz with Your Cuz glass. Let's see what we got. Let's see what steam beer is about. Oop, we over poured that. That's foam, that's not steam, folks. That is a bad pour, and that is my problem and my fault. But what we can see is a thick, creamy head. So that's outstanding. And it's a deep amber color. That's also nice. I mean, I really can't drink this like this and give you an accurate depiction of what it would taste like until this kind of, you know, takes its process. So let's add a little bit more beer in there just to compound our issues, huh? All right, let's let this settle. Let's try it this way. It is, it's got a caramel flavor to it. It's just under 5%, so 4.9% alcohol. So it's not really heavy. It's actually very light, balanced. You know, again, it's like a toasted caramel type flavor. Very much the way the beer looks is how it tastes. So look at this. Imagine what you think this tastes like, and you're probably right in the ballpark. I can't wait to taste it out of here in a moment. It's got great carbonation. You can see it up in there in our very beer clean glass. Hey, how you doing? Nice. Still smells really great. You know, it's just kind of interesting when you look at, you know, the ingredients of beer are all pretty much the same, right? You have hops, you have malt, you have yeast, and you have water. That's pretty much the four things you need to make beer, but yet they're so drastically different. And this, I can already tell you, is fairly unique. It has a nice flavor to it. And like I said, it's not overbearing. Let's see, they have a little story on here. It's talking about today Anchor is one of the smallest and most traditional breweries in the world. And San Francisco's famous Anchor Steam beer brand is unique. And our brewing process has evolved over many decades and is like no other in the world. So I guess they still hold true to the way they did this years ago, but on a much larger scale. Why? We're not in San Francisco and we have this beer. There's a lot more modern breweries out there creating all sorts of wacky beers with crazy flavors. And they're only available in a really small location, right? Because they don't have the process or the distribution to get their beers out in a timely fashion so that we can still enjoy them, but they're able to do it. So that's really, really great. Again, barley malt, 12-ounce bottle, made in San Francisco, 1896. Let's take a sip of this, see if it changes any from here to here, right? In here you got the more of the aroma to influence the flavor. Let's see what we got. Yeah, the bitterness really comes out here. It's nice, in a very nice way. And again, this is done without any ice, so it's brewed at a little bit warmer temperature than you would get out of an ale. But the ale and the spices here are nice. I'd almost say that this is a fall beer, but they brew it all year round, so it's for everyday consumption. That'll give you a buzz with your cuz. You have a couple of those, a couple of slices of pizza, relax, let that cool breeze come in off the bay. Be a nice day. Great day for Anchor Steam beer. A great day to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. An even better day to go and visit In the Kitchen with Karen's channel. When all this travel stuff clears up, we're going to make a day out in Napa and have a good time and maybe make some videos. I think we all owe it to each other and ourselves to support each other, watch everybody else's content. There's some great stuff out there, and especially when you're getting a buzz with your cuz, everything is just a little bit better. So we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. We're out of here.